Hello, wizards and witches and muggles and squibs. Welcome to Sporcle Live on Air Harry Potter edition. I am super excited to see all of you in the chat already announcing which house you would be in and getting ready for this game. It's good to have you. Let's get started. I'm ready if you are. We have a ton of trivia games online. So this is not it. You don't have to end your day with an hour of Harry Potter trivia. You can end it with a couple hours of general knowledge trivia. We also have theme trivia coming soon. You can find more info on all of that at sporcle.com/virtual. Check it out. It's really cool. We also have a new app. This is really cool. Additionally, wow, so many cool things. It's called Sporcle Party. You can get it in the App Store or in Google Play. It's a way for you to play trivia with your friends at home. No host needed. Anytime you want to play, as much to 25 people can play at a time, I believe. So invite all your friends, your whole Harry Potter Hogwarts house if you so wish, and tell us what you think. We're really proud of this app. Check it out. Let's get to the game. Some of you are asking in the chat, where do we submit answers? Those are going to be given in Google Forms. You can find the sign up link at is.gd/register for on air. Just a note that it is case sensitive, so that's all lowercase. is.gd/register for on air. You'll be able to put in your team name there. You'll also see that we are asking for an email if you want to be notified about upcoming Sporcle Live on Air games. We're also going to be giving out a prize tonight for this Harry Potter game. It'll be a ticket to one of those virtual trivia games that I just talked about. So if you're interested in that, put your email in. Good news, additionally, is that the prize is going to be given out randomly. So you don't have to be the foremost Harry Potter expert. We will pick someone at random and send you an email about signing up for another trivia game. Okay, so once you put your team name in for that register for on air form, we will be going on to question number 1. That is question number 1 out of 10. There will be 10 questions in this regular round. Of course, all of them themed about Harry Potter. The way we'll be scoring is that the easiest question, which is the one that the most teams get correct, is going to be worth 10 points. So any team that gets it correct will earn 10 points. The hardest question will be worth 1 point. So any team that gets that one correct will earn 1 point, and then everything in between on the scale of easiest to hardest. After those 10 questions, we will have a mystery round, and we will have a list 5 style of final question. I'll explain those in a bit more detail when we get there. But they're all going to be submitted in Google Forms, not in the chat, not out loud. I mean, I guess you could say it out loud if you want to, but if you want your answer to count, put it in the Google form. All right. Hopefully you've registered your team name. Copy and paste that team name so it's the exact same in every form. And again, not all caps. is.gd register for on air, lowercase all the way across. Okay. Hopefully you've gotten there. If you have any problems, look in the chat. It should be linked there, or ask us questions. We'll get you all sorted out. Let's take a look at the categories for this Harry Potter game. And the question number 1 is going to be about villages. Number 2 is about names. 3 about defense or defense, however you prefer to say it. Question 4 is about suggestions. So the category for number 5 will be disguises. 6, avoidance. That could mean a lot of things. Question 7 is about curses. 8 is about potions. 9, brand names. And question number 10 will be about dialogue. Here we go. Question number 1. What is the only all-wizarding village in magical Britain? The only all-wizarding village in magical Britain. Hopefully you are on question 1, the Google form. You're going to submit your team name and your answer there. Reminder, don't put it in the chat. I'm going to take a look in the chat and make sure you guys are all caught up and good to go. And we'll be back in, I don't know, minute and a half or so. You will see that 1 minute timer on the screen. That is your 60-second warning to submit the Google form with your team name and hopefully the correct answer. If you missed it again, Kim and anyone else in the chat who missed the link, it is there again, is.gd/register for on air, all lowercase. That'll take you to the sign up form, which once you submit it will take you to question number 1. Timer is counting down. Make your best guesses, folks. 10-second warning. Hey, do you like my hat? It's a Slytherin hat. It's hand knitted. Isn't that neat? I really like it. Time's up. Hopefully you got an answer in. The only all-wizarding village in magical Britain is none other than Hogsmeade. The wonderful, magical place that is Hogsmeade. Hopefully you got that right. We're not too strict on spelling, so if you left off that E at the end, that is A-okay. Question number 2. Hedwig's name was chosen by Harry after discovering it in a textbook for which subject? Where did Harry find Hedwig's name inspiration from? J. Michael, you would think I would be a Ravenclaw given that I work for a trivia company. Truthfully, I don't know if I'm a Slytherin. I might be more of a Slitherpuff, Hufflin, if you will, a Hufflepuff Slytherin combo. But both are really great houses. I respect the ambition of the Slytherin and the kindness of the Hufflepuff. I was thinking, so last week I hosted Schitt's Creek Trivia, and I was trying to think which of the houses each of those characters would be put in. I have to imagine that David's a Slytherin. Alexis is probably a Hufflepuff. What do you guys think? If you're familiar with both Harry Potter and Schitt's Creek, I'm curious what you would say. The 30-second timer is up now. That is your 30-second warning to get your answer for question 2 submitted in the Google form. Joe, you can't combine houses? I don't know. Maybe the Sorting Hat would let me make my own house entirely. Maybe he'd be nice to me about that. So we could have a Slitherpuff. If I had to choose one, it would be Hufflepuff, though. Truthfully, I just have the awesome hat, so have to wear that. Timer's ringing. Hopefully you got your answer in. Harry's inspiration for the name Hedwig came from a textbook for History of Magic. Good name inspo there. I should check History of Magic to name my next pet. Question number 3. What part of Hogwarts were Fred and George assigned to defend at the start of the Battle of Hogwarts? Where were they told, you go protect these areas? Try to be as specific as you can for this one. There's a lot of areas in Hogwarts, so the more specific you can be, the easier it'll be for us to score this question. Hi from the Netherlands. So great to see you. Thanks for joining us. How'd you find out about this Harry Potter trivia game on YouTube? That's awesome to have you. And someone from Scotland. Hi to you too. That is so cool. I love it. The timer is up, so the countdown is on for question number 3. Norway! The countries just keep coming. That's so cool. You could all be lying, and I would have no way to know. But I'm assuming that you're being truthful and that you are indeed in the Netherlands, Scotland, and Norway. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for subscribing. That is the best way to find out about what we're doing here in the trivia section of YouTube. Less than 10 seconds for question number 3. Fred and George were assigned to defend the secret passageways in Hogwarts. Of course, it makes sense. They had the Marauders map. They knew all of the ins and outs of Hogwarts. They were responsible for making sure no one else knew about them and infiltrate the castle that way. Question number 4. Upon receiving his dress robes, Ron says he will refuse to wear them. How does Molly suggest he attend the Yule Ball instead? If you're not going to wear the robes, then what did Molly say? The 60-second timer is up. Hi to our viewers from New Zealand and Romania, and of course from the United States. I myself am in Portland, which I realized I didn't introduce myself. I'm Sarah. I'm in Portland. Great to see you all. You've got about 40 seconds remaining, maybe a little less for this question. Oh, good old Ron Weasley and his dress robes. There were many a thing wrong with them, but not a lot of options. Nate, in Portland, Oregon. Good point. I should specify. Portland, Oregon on the West Coast. I drink my coffee and my beer, all locally sourced. I'm a Portland stereotype. Time is up. Answers in the Google Forms. Ron doesn't want to wear his dress robes because they look ridiculous. So Molly says, sure, why don't you attend the Yule Ball naked? Why don't you go nude? That's the only other option we've got. I don't blame Ron, but it's also not great to show up naked to the Yule Ball. Question number 5. What object was Horace Slughorn disguised as the first time Harry meets him? He was disguised as an object. What was that object? That sounds mean the 60-second timer is on. AM Guess is in the chat telling you guys where you can find the knitting pattern for this hat. Ravelry. If you're a knitter, check it out. 30 seconds left. AM Guest is actually the one who knitted this amazing hat. I can't show you. Oh, you can see sort of on the side there are actual snakes in the pattern. That's really cool. Thank you, AM Guest, for the hat. Good question as to whether this is the same from the book and the movie. I think it is, but we generally default to the book answer in cases where it is not specified. And when it is something different, we usually say like in the book, but not the movie. So I think you're good if you know one or the other on this one. Time has ended, so let's show you the answer. Horace Slughorn is disguised as an armchair. That's the little drawing from the book, I believe, and I think that is the same in the movie. I'm a Harry Potter fan, but it's been a little while since I've read or watched either of them. Someone in the chat earlier mentioned the Potter Masters. We'll get to that in just a second. But I do want to tell you, if ever you wanted your own Harry Potter trivia just for you and your friends, if you wanted to pit your Hufflepuff friends against your Ravenclaw friends in a trivia showdown, you could do that with a Sporcle special event. Any reason, any cause, any group, any content, we can do it for you. Check it out at sporklelive.com/events. Potter Masters, there they are. There is a whole host of Harry Potter trivia YouTube videos we have here on this very channel. You can check it out in our uploads. You might have to scroll back a little bit past all these awesome Sporcle Live on airs, but they're really fun to watch. They're some of the hardest Harry Potter quizzes that we have on Sporcle.com. You can play along, you can listen in, learn some new Harry Potter knowledge. Check it out. Let's go to the next question, number 6. During his 6th year, for question 6, Harry deems it necessary to devise new routes to his classes in order to avoid what? What does he need to avoid on his way to class in his 6th year? Just about 45 more seconds. Rox, that's an interesting observation that Ravenclaws would be better at Jeopardy while Hufflepuffs would be better at pub trivia. I think there's an aspect of truth there. Pub trivia is definitely about the socialization, making sure everyone on the team has input, deciding who feels the most confident about a given answer. I can see a Hufflepuff excelling there. And you know, even though Ravenclaw has the monopoly on intelligence, that doesn't mean the other houses are stupid. They still know things. Just about 10 more seconds for question number 6. Harry, in his 6th year, has to avoid certain pathways to his classes because he doesn't want to wander underneath Mistletoe. When you're the chosen one, you gotta make certain sacrifices, and that involves avoiding Mistletoe and taking the long way around. Question number 7. Name one of the 2 curses used to protect the contents of the Lestrange vault. So you don't have to put down both for this one. Actually, please don't put down both. Just put down one of the 2. One of those 2 curses. While you're thinking about it, I'm going to keep chatting, even though this is a hard question to distract you on. I want to give a shout out to some of my favorite Harry Potter team names that we have playing tonight. These are always a delight to read. We've got the Birdie Bots Every Flavored Team, excellent team name. Patronus Margaritas. I like that the margarita is probably your Patronus, and I like that you can just add US to the end of any word and pretend that it is now a spell. Harry Potter and the Prisoners of Quarantine. Always a good, timely team name. What else do we got? Fizzing Quizbees, Inquisitorial Squad, Gryffindor Gals. 60 seconds left for me to get through these team names. The Neville Wears Prada. That's amazing. Rumble Wars Army. Hungry Hungry Hippogriffs. Oh my gosh. Geez, I think there are 200 people watching, and let's see, 100 or so teams, a little more. That is so awesome. Thank you all for being here. We'd love to have you back tomorrow. We're doing Sporcle Live hard mode trivia at the later hour of 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Join us there. There's another prize tomorrow night. If you don't get it tonight, you can get it tomorrow, even if you're not in the mood for hard trivia, hard general knowledge trivia. That's okay. 10 seconds or so left for question number 7. I'm sure I could read a ton more amazing team names, and I might just do that after question 8. Let's talk about number 7 first. I asked you to name one of the 2 curses used to protect the contents of the Lestrange Vault. You could have written down Gemino or Flagrante. Not gonna lie, I had to look up how to pronounce those before the game, and I'm still not certain I am saying it right. But if you put down something close to one of those, we will give you points. Gemino? Flagrante? You get it. Number 8. On the first day of 5th year potions, what potion does Professor Snape have the class mix? It is their very first class that first day in 5th year. Name of the potion is what we're looking for here. Sixty seconds. All right, I have a couple more team names I have to give a shout out to. Shout out to BDE Big Dumbledore Energy, Dumbledorians, Hagrid's Hair, the Mighty Michigan Muggles. Neville Longbottom is the true chosen one. Snape's on a plane. Oh gosh, these are too good. I could keep going. Thank you guys for your creativity with those team names. You've got about 15 seconds for question number 8. If I didn't say your team name, it doesn't mean it's not a good one. There's just too many to say them all. If you want to share yours in the chat, I'm sure everyone would love to know what you came up with. Time is up on question number 8. We were talking about potions, specifically the potion that the class had to make on the first day of 5th year potions. That was none other than the Draught of Peace. Draught of Peace. Foreshadowing? Not quite. Maybe. Question number 9. What old brand of broomstick does Harry ride after his Nimbus 2000 is destroyed and before he is allowed to fly his new firebolt? Looking for the brand of broomstick. I definitely saw the word brand and thought it said brandy. Must be what's on my mind tonight. But brand of broomstick is actually what we're looking for, the one he has to ride after his Nimbus 2000 is destroyed. Sreeves Francois, I hope these questions aren't too hard for you, that you are considering quitting the game. They are definitely challenging. We did not go easy on you guys for this Harry Potter Sporcle Live on air. We actually post the easiest and the hardest question along with the scores on our Facebook page, usually the day following the Sporcle Live on air. So if tomorrow you are curious about how you did, and which question was indeed the easiest and which one was the hardest, check that out. It's facebook.com/Sporcle Live. You'll also be able to see all of the team names at that point and delight in their wonderful magicalness. But I do hope these aren't too hard. 25 seconds remaining for question number 9. Thanks for sharing those other team names, and I like, Rox, that you adapted your team name for the game. All right, time is almost up on question number 9. Hopefully you know your broomstick brands. I have a hard time keeping them all straight in my mind, but the one that Harry has to ride after this Nimbus 2000 is destroyed is the Shooting Star. The Shooting Star brand of broomstick. Oh my goodness. Speaking of Rox and her adapted team name, Doug Hudson was the winner for yesterday's game of Sporcle Live on air. Congratulations. Sorry we didn't mention you earlier. Congratulations, Doug Hudson. Well done. Thanks for playing it again today. Okay, we are ready to go with question number 10. What 3 words does Ron say to Harry after pulling him from a pond in the Forest of Dean? You have to have 3 words in your answer, folks. That's part of the question. But what 3 words are they? What does Ron say to Harry? David, I do usually host trivia in Portland. Before this quarantine shutdown was going on, I hosted Tuesday nights at Lightning Well Bar and Grill in Northwest Portland. I'm hosting some virtual trivia games at sporcle.com/virtual if you would like to join me there. I don't usually wear this awesome Slytherin hat, but I could, I suppose, if that's what makes you want to play trivia with me. And if you're ever in Portland, come check us out. Oh, Moritz, that is an awesome team name. They said, I hope there's a team name in all caps. Did you put your name in the document? Calmly, Dumbledore said. That would be a really good one. You'll notice the 60-second timer is up for question number 10. Put your 3-word answer into the Google Doc. Oh, cool, David. Send your buddy my way when we're back in action. Who knows when that will be? I really do miss pub trivia. I don't know about you guys, but hopefully sooner rather than later, as long as everyone stays safe. Time is counting down for question number 10. Get your answers in. Ten seconds. I'll give you a spoiler. The words are not I love you. There are 3 different words than that. Time is up. Ron pulls Harry out of a pond in the Forest of Dean and he asks him, are you mental? Are you mental? What are you doing? Swimming around in a frozen pond. Silly Harry. Reminder to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I mentioned earlier the Potter Masters. Tomorrow's game of Sporcle Live on air is a little bit later than tonight's game. That's going to be Sporcle Live hard mode, but we do a ton of other cool stuff here on youtube.com/Sporcle. Quiz Lab, Troll Trivia, Pop Quiz. Hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you join us again. If you do hit the subscribe button, say so in the chat. I'd love to give you a shout out. That wraps up our regular 10 questions. We're going into the mystery round. That link is on the screen and in your chat shortly. It is is.gd/sporclemr. This is a 4-part mystery round. Each of the questions is worth 2 points, so you can earn a total possible 8 points in this mystery round. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Click that link. This mystery round is about alliterative initials. I'm going to give you a clue. You need to provide me with both the first and last name of the alliteratively named character. Before I show them to you, think of all the Harry Potter characters who have alliterative names. Some of them might be asked about. You can get a head start on it. Okay, let's go to question number 1. Gryffindor student who is fond of photography and Harry. Who is the Gryffindor student fond of photography and Harry who has an alliteratively initialed name? Number 2. Member of the Order of the Phoenix responsible for taking the Dursleys to their safe house. First and last name. Alliteration means it starts with the same consonant sound. Number 3. The owner of an ice cream parlor who helps Harry with his history of magic homework. Ice cream parlor helps Harry with his homework. And number 4, a student in Harry's year who attends the Yule Ball as Malfoy's date. Who is Draco Malfoy's date to the Yule Ball? Here are all 4 of those mystery round questions. Again, you're giving me the first and last name of each character, and they are alliterative, so they start with the same consonant or consonant sound. Good luck on this one. Did no one subscribe? No one's told me in the chat. Tell me. I want to say hi and thank you. Oh, Jelroy, thanks for subscribing years ago. Yeah, you still get a shout out. That counts. You haven't unsubscribed after this Harry Potter game, so that tells me I'm doing something right. Thanks, Rox, you too. You'll notice the timer's up for this mystery round. Click subscribe twice, that's amazing. Thank you. Chelra, you haven't unsubscribed yet, ... That's very ominous. I hope that you do not decide to unsubscribe because of this, because of me, because of our quality is going down. Hopefully it remains as great as ever. That's what we try to do. We try to make knowledge fun, bring you the best trivia, whether it be Harry Potter or challenging or anything else. I believe that is the timer. Hopefully you got these alliterative names submitted in your mystery round. I would love to tell you the answers. Number 1, that Gryffindor student fond of Harry in photography, none other than Colin Creevey. Our dear, dear Colin. Question number 2 asked you about the member of the Order of Phoenix responsible for taking the Dursleys to their safe house. I missed this one when I played this round. That is Daedalus Diggle. The D's are the alliteration. Number 3, owner of an ice cream parlor who helps Harry with his history of magic homework. Oh, I'm going to mispronounce this. It's Florian Fortescue. I think I did okay. Florian Fortescue was number 3. And number 4, the student who attends the Yule Ball as Malfoy's date. Did you get it? Pansy Parkinson. Those are our 4 mystery round answers. Remember, 2 points for each correct answer, no points off for a wrong answer. So you could have earned up to 8 points on that mystery round. Hopefully you did get those 8 points. Our final question is list 5 style. What that means is the question will have 5 possible correct answers. For each correct one that you give, you'll earn 3 points. For each incorrect one you give, you will lose 3 points. And for any blank answers or ones you don't give, that'll just be 0 points. So I always say be really sure in your answers before you make guesses, because you do risk losing points here in this list 5 final question. This question is about spells. There are 5 spells in the Harry Potter books whose incantations begin with the letter I that are spoken aloud by characters. What are they? Name those 5 spells. They begin with the letter I. They've been spoken aloud at some point in the Harry Potter books. Name them, if you can. $60 more seconds for our final list 5 final question. Worst comes to worst, you can start thinking of words that start with I and add a US at the end of them. This is the final question, Katie. Yes, it's the list 5 final question. Time is counting down. You probably don't actually want to follow my suggestion to think of random words and add US then, because you do lose points for wrong answers on this one. So only put down things that you're sure about. If you know your I letter spells. 10 seconds-ish remaining. Get those answers submitted in the Google form. I'm not going to tell you the answers yet, because I want to remind you, we have Sporcle Party. Download the app, tell us what you think, play some trivia games with your friends, be a party animal, join the party with this cool app. Invite me if you need another player. Okay, you're ready for our final question answers. There are 5 spells that start with the letter I that were spoken aloud in the Harry Potter books. Here they are. The first one that you could have written down is impervious. Number 2 is impedimenta. The third one you could have written down would be imperio. The last 2 are incendio and incarcerus. So really adding US to the end of an I word would have only helped you with 2 of these here. Told you not to listen to me. Awesome. It looks like Jilray is hosting his own geography game. Highly recommend checking that out if you can. Derek also linked Sporcle Party for more info if you're curious about that. More trivia. Yes! We also have some games going on at sporcle.com/virtual. Last I checked, there was space in the games for tonight. So if you are not done with trivia and you want more, head on over, see if there's a game for you to join. I think that's all I got to say. No other comments to respond to. So thank you all so much for joining me for Harry Potter trivia. I hope to see you tomorrow for Sporcle Live Hard Mode here on YouTube. I will be back next Wednesday with the Office themed trivia, if I have any Office fans in the chat. Heather, thank you for subscribing. If anyone hasn't subscribed yet, get to it. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you next week. Join Jilray. Sporcle Party. Bye, y'all.